Hey everyone, welcome back. We just finished week 24 of our Bible reading plan, and my name is Grace for those of you who don't know me.
And I'm Allie. We finished the book of Ezekiel this week, and I specifically want to talk about Ezekiel 37, where God gives Ezekiel the vision of the Valley of Dry Bones. He is brought to this valley, and there is full of bones. The Bible literally says it was full of bones. In verse 3, it says, "He asked me, 'Son of man, can these bones live?' And I said, 'Sovereign Lord, you alone know.'" And I think sometimes our life can look that way. We have situations in our life or relationships, dreams that look dead to us. We feel like there's no life left in them. But what looks impossible for us is possible for God. He can see life, and he can breathe life back into those areas. And that's what he does here. He breathes life into those bones, and he tells Ezekiel to prophesy over them. And they come to life. And it's a pretty amazing story. It's kind of crazy. But then as we finish up Ezekiel, we see the way that the Lord is prophesying over Israel and telling them that life will be restored to them. Yes. So it's a cool way that part of the book starts, where he's talking about bringing life back into Israel.
Yes, I love that this whole story is a picture of God bringing redemption to Israel. Yeah. And he even says that in the end of that chapter. And we went through Hosea and Joel as well this week, which also are just stories of prophesying redemption for Israel after just years of them living in disobedience and idolatry and unfaithfulness. And specifically in Hosea, it talks about how it's the story of God calling Isaiah to marry a prostitute woman, Gomer, which is crazy, and he is called to remain faithful to her, even in her unfaithfulness. And that just shows the Lord's love for Israel. It's a metaphor in showing how he is faithful and loyal to them even when they run away and they fall into sin. And I'm going to read from Joel as well. At the end in chapter 2, it says the day of the Lord. In chapter 2, verse 28, it says, "Afterward, I will pour out my spirit on all people. Your sons and daughters will prophesy. Your old men will dream dreams. Your young men will see visions. Even on my servants, both men and women, I will pour out my spirit in those days. I will show wonders in the heavens and on the earth, blood and fire and billows of smoke. The sun will be turned to darkness and the moon to blood, before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. For on Mount Zion and in Jerusalem there will be deliverance, as the Lord has said, even among the survivors whom the Lord calls." And so we see that there is hope for not just Israel, but us and in Jesus. And this is just prophesying the Lord's coming and his redemption for Israel that will take place through us and for everyone.
Yeah, what a beautiful picture of God's redeeming love, not only for Israel, but for us. We hope that this has encouraged you this week, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
We'd love for you to join us as we read through the entire Bible in 2026. To get started, visit mountparannorth.com/Bible, where you'll find the full reading plan and other resources, or click the link in the description.